rood fruit met bloed. It smells like potato. Phew. So our last days is cleaning day. Maybe you hear the vacuum cleaner in the background. I was cleaning the garden and leaving the owners with 3 composting systems. One is the one you see behind me that we turned every 3 days and we aired a little bit out. And it's a fast composting system where you control, where you put a lot of attention to it, and by doing that, creating a very fast composted material. Like in 6 to 8 weeks, you have fertile soil. If you let it rest for another month, you can use it in the garden. And then secondly, while I was cleaning up the garden, I noticed a big pile of breadfruit and leaves, these big leaves. And as they got no shredder here, I made a rough composting system that is slower, that is taking its time, and I mixed breadfruit that fell from the tree in a corner there with the big leaves without chopping them up, just mixing them together. And the pile can get really big, so the owner does not have to look after this pile. It's a slow composting process because there is a less energy put in and less refinement put in. And there is a third system, and I'm gonna turn the camera, and it's underneath the tree. I don't know if you can see it. It's on the roots of a tree, and it's the leaves of the tree itself, some fruits from the actual surrounding fruit trees. And it's just to compost and keep the soil moist and dense and nutrient around the foot of the tree. So that's the difference with the rough compost. We're going to use it everywhere in the garden when it's done in a half a year or so. And the pile I made on the root system of the tree is just for the tree itself, and you don't have to do anything about it. So there's a nice metaphor in this to me. The more you put energy, detail, and refinement to something, the faster something can evolve. And it's an idea you can use in your life, in your relationships, in your work. And another thing that I take out of these three systems is when you make a rough compost where you don't put a lot of energy in, but you have time, you can transform huge amounts of material into fertile things. So if you want to go really huge and really quick, use the rough method, and it's not so organized. And you can put in effort when you have the time and the effort to put it in, and you will be able to transform bigger amounts of volume in your work, your life, your relationship, or into compost. So that to me is a big metaphor in life. And the more refined, the more condensed, the more faster, but the more controlled and the more energy you have to put in it. And if you make a rough compost, it's lots of material, and you can choose when to put the effort in. And that's slow living with lightning speed, and I like that.
thì cô ấy câu đi po bul nhà mà lại mình cầm thật thì cô ấy
al allemaal gezien.